In Tomorrow Today, we believe it's essential that you invest in developing your leaders. The good news is we are in that space as well, in leadership development programs. We worked out just roughly that last year, in the last calendar year, we have been involved in 25 such programs in about 50 countries globally, which translates to an awful lot of experience in who's doing what in this space. In the most part, we've often been brought in as subject experts as part of somebody else's LDP program. But we have decided to take on the architecture of LDPs ourselves, based on our experience, based on our ability to see what works and what doesn't work. One of the things we are doing in the design of LDPs is understanding that we need to pay attention to 4 areas in the design: a changing world, which is the global context; the changing customer base, which is your client or customer; and then the changing workplace and the changing workforce. And of course, all of that is managed by an understanding of leadership and what leadership will look like in the new world of work. We believe that LDPs need to have metrics, need to have measures. And very often, most of the existing LDPs don't have that kind of measurability. They have evaluations, of course, and so we evaluate what we like and what we don't like. But there needs to be a more rigorous approach to understanding if we're getting return on investment, for understanding if there is real personal development taking place. We'd also work very hard at making sure that the program is linked into your key objectives and to your organizational culture, as opposed to taking people away, filling their heads with perhaps good and stimulating stuff, and then leaving them to interpret what that means back in the workplace. We need to build closer working ties and bridges with the reality that they encounter in the workplace. So how would we go about this process? Well, we would start by, in terms of the selection that you make for a particular cohort on an LDP program, we would start by looking at their learning styles. What do we need to design that would be compatible with optimizing their own particular learning styles? We would design a program then that is emergent, that is cognizant of your particular context, your future challenges, what you need to be preparing your leaders for, and of course delivering content in a way that is then cohesive with their own learning styles. We'd recommend coaching as a part of the LDP, and that's fairly standard, but the coaches are carefully monitored and selected to meet your industry requirements. We'd recommend a mentoring aspect to it, and that could be done internally, whereby the knowledge that you have within your business is passed on around key objectives to the participants in the LDP. The LDP then would need some sort of structure, and that would be determined by your particular needs, your budget, your time constraints within your business, and whether it was 1, 2, 3, or even 4 blocks would really be dependent on those kind of factors. We would then look at action learning and theory as forming part of it. So I think those are the components that would be the essential in the LDP process. We believe that, as I started out by saying, developing leaders for the new world of work is non-negotiable. The new world of work is the territory in which Tomorrow Today plays. It's the territory we explore constantly and navigate continually. And so we'd like to ensure that your leaders are equipped and effective in the new world of work. Let us help you get there through our LDP architecture and delivery.